that, people. Okay, so hi everybody and welcome to another episode of Oscar Outdoors. In this week's episode I want to talk to you about the BRINYTE PT28 Oathkeeper. Okay, so welcome everybody, thanks very much for clicking on my video. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Yeah, as I've said before, this is going to be the full review of the BRINYTE PT28 Oathkeeper. The torch that I was kindly sent by the company to review on the channel. Alright, so hi everybody and welcome outside. We've come outside to do the test for the PT28 Oathkeeper, which is the torch that BRINYTE kindly sent me to review on my channel. So I've come outside to do just that. As you can see, dark, got a lovely view over the night skyline, and I'm going to bring you in a second to show you the modes down on the ground, and then we'll do an outreach beam, see how far over the city the beam goes. So I'll bring you back in a second. But yeah, I've come along with the instructions for the PT28 Oathkeeper just for the distance testing, to tell you how many lumens each light mode has. As you can see, I've got the tactical ring installed and we're out of the sheath, ready to rock and roll. Okay, so I'm going to open this up. I think it's the first page anyway. So I don't know if you can make these out. I'm going to read along with you. So it says when the output is on full, 1600 lumens. In fact, the distance is supposedly the same, so 245 meters, 93 yards. But yeah, turbo is 1600 lumens, high and 360 lumens, middle of 60 lumens, and a low of 10 lumens. Strobe powers out at 1600, which obviously that's the high power turbo there, and SOS beats out at 60 lumens. Yeah, that's about it on there. Gives you the run times as well. I'll put them up, I'll pop them up on the screen as we're doing it, but we'll do each one as and when we do it. 2 seconds. Okay, so I've brought you down to the local reservoir just to do the beam test for you. So I'm going to put it on low power first of all and see just how far the beam can reach. Now I've not measured, but I reckon probably around about 60 to 70 meters away there is a white local council sign telling you roughly where I am. Can you pick that out on there? It's hitting and deflecting for me, but I don't think you can see it on camera. But you can see it there hovering around in low powered mode. Okay, we're just going to up the mode 1 click. So this is like your medium. You see that light, that sign now? You see it reflecting there? Just there, look. Yep. Can't make it out. There's a bin reflecting there. Okay, then we'll put it into high mode. Okay, now we're into high. Just look at that. Look at that. It's a lot more impressive in real life than what the camera is doing it justice. See, there's the bin that I was just referring to, and the signs. There's another sign right over there. Can you see that one? Yep. I can just on camera, and a gate just below it, just there. Right, strobe test. Just bear with me a second. If you have epilepsy, please look away now. Yeah, press with that. Okay, turning it off now. Okay, so just a quick test of the beam while we've got no light pollution and whatsoever. So look at that, people. Really impressed with that. Yeah, absolutely impressed. Right, I'm gonna get home. See you in a bit. Okay, so yeah, this has been the outside test of the BRINYTE PT28 Oathkeeper. Now let's go back to indoors. So welcome back everybody, we're back inside now with the torch. Now I've had this torch now a fair few weeks. I've been out and about, walking dogs, just sort of testing it, getting used to the functions or reading up on it, and you know, just try to bring you a really good review of the torch. You'll see later on in the video that I do go outside with the torch, it's not just here on the desk. Alright, so let's get to the review. So yeah, the PT28 Oathkeeper is marketed as a palm-sized tactical flashlight. Available in black, and this one is the desert tan. Alright, so it's a flashlight aimed at like law enforcement and the military and outdoorsmen alike, so bushcrafters, campers, that sort of thing. Okay, so it's got a maximum 1600 lumens output with an imported CREE LED. There's 4 different brightness variations and 2 lighting modes, including a constant and a strobe. It's more than enough to handle any requirement of lighting. The magnetic charging port design, just this bit here features an intelligent power indicator which changes colour depending on the status of the torch or flashlight, whichever terminology you want to use. So the PT28 Oathkeeper is a palm-sized tactical flashlight for law enforcement and sports enthusiasts, bushcrafters, campers, that sort of thing. Right, so we'll run through some specs. So the length of the torch, from tip here to tail, is 140.8 millimeters. That's just a little under 6 inches. The diameter of the body, so the circumference round, is about 25.4, so roughly about an inch, and the head diameter is 26.5, which is just a little under 1 inch. Excluding the battery, the weight is 110 grams. So I'll just quickly take the battery out and show you. Okay, so as we are at present, that weighs 110 grams, which is 3.88 ounces. So as I've just taken the battery out, I'll tell you about that. So it's compatible with either one of these. Focus. So yes, it's compatible with one of these, which is an 18650 battery, or 2 CR123A batteries with a working voltage between 2.8 and 6 volt. Okay, so the magnetic charging system of this torch makes it extremely easy to charge, and like lowers the chance of breaking both the torch and the flashlight or the charging cable from stress of plugging things in and causing wear and tear stress. So the intelligent power indicator, making it easy to identify the status of the torch. So running through that as we speak now, when the indicator is green, I'll show you that with the battery in a second, it's between 100 and 70% of its battery life. Battery back in. Okay, when the indicator is constant orange, can you see on there? You see it's green just at present, so that's telling me it's anywhere between 100 and 70%. So when it's constant orange, that's telling me that the battery is between 70% and 30%, and when it's constantly red, it's between 30 and 10%, and if it's flashing red, that's telling me that it's under 10%. So while it's charging, so when the cable is attached via the magnetic port just there, a green light indicates that it's 100% fully charged and ready to rock and roll. The red means that the torch is charging and the cable is working perfectly fine. And an orange LED indicator symbolises that there's an abnormal situation, something's wrong, basically. Whilst it's charging, you can use the torch, but it only powers out at about a half, the half rated beam, so it doesn't come out at the full rating. So internally it features a regulated power supply feature, allowing the torch or flashlight, whichever terminology you like, to maintain constant brightness throughout the battery life, which basically means that it doesn't lose the brightness until the battery's dead. Okay, it also features an intelligent internal defense system, protecting it from overcharging, over discharging and overheating. I really like that feature in a torch. Another great feature I like is the reverse polarity protection. So imagine this is the only torch you've got with you, and the battery dies and you come and change the battery. So obviously it's dark, you take the battery out and you put another battery in, but you put it in the wrong way around. It could discharge and cause damage to the torch or the battery itself. However, this has got protection from that, so if you do that, protects you from human error. And yeah, I like that feature, brilliant idea. So it's made from quality components, so the CREE LED we've already touched on, but the outer is crafted from like an aircraft grade high strength aluminium with a premium type 3 military hard anodized anti-abrasive. I can't remember the aluminium property number on there, so when I find it I'll put it on somewhere along the bottom somewhere here. Okay, so in the box the PT28 Oathkeeper comes with obviously the charging cable, which is USB on one end, and then you've got the magnetic indicator on this end. I'm just going to show you how easy it is to connect this to the torch. So just somewhere near it, and there you go. Brilliant idea. So whilst it's in situ, I'll show you the LED indicators that we were referring to as well before. So I'll just unplug this USB here. Okay, so hopefully you can see that the cable has lit up blue, telling me that the cable has power running through it. Okay, and then if we turn the torch flashlight over, you can see that there's a red LED indicator there telling us that the torch does need a little bit of charging, and that's what it's doing at the moment successfully. But yeah, in the box it comes with the charging cable, as you can see just there. It also comes with a camouflage coloured paracord lanyard, just here with a maximum drop of I think 16 inches. Okay, so it's really well woven, and a retention clip there, and then obviously this bit goes on your neck, and then you can pull the draw cord to the tightness that you desire. Okay, the only place I can see that the clip would attach to the torch is here. Okay, so really good. Take that off for a second. Now what, I'll just leave it on. So I'm just going to take the charger cable off for a second, because the next bit I want to talk to you about is the tactical ring. Disconnect that for me, over there. So the tactical ring comes installed on the box, in the box, but it's really easy to uninstall. So basically just put your finger through and turn until you release. Okay, and then you've got the torch and then the ring here. So the ring just slides off of the end case. Okay, and you can have the torch just like this. Okay, ready to rock and roll again. Okay, but however, I do like the feature of the tactical ring. You know, when you've got the torch in your hand, I tend to run my middle finger through the torch, and I've got the outer part there, and then I've got the beam directed where I like it. So it's great for grip and precision, the pointing direction as a tool, but it's also a self-defense option. You can imagine being struck in the face with this would give you a little bit of damage. However, before just leaving the ring in situ, please check with your local law that you're allowed to carry this tactical ring in situ on the torch. I've not checked with mine as yet. I will be doing that very, very shortly. Okay, so now we'll just reinstall the tactical ring. You can see I've not talked about this yet. This is just a belt clip. So just slide in your pocket. Self-explanatory. Retention whilst it's in your pocket. Okay, so now we're going to reinstall the clip. So unscrew the torch, lay flat. Now if you look on the base of the torch, you can see the little white triangle between my finger and thumb. Okay, that indicates to me that there's only one way that the ring can be attached. And if you look at the ring itself, you can see there's a groove on one edge. Can you see? So if you line the two components up, so the white triangle and then the bezel, should, in theory, just pop that together. And then obviously reinstall that to your torch. As I said, I do like that as a tool. You know, being able to hold your torch like that, and obviously being able to lose your grip as well and still have the torch to hand. Perfect. But again, the self-defense option as well, a bit of a jab with that would hurt. But it's also got a bit of a raised bezel as well, so a jab to the face would probably take somebody down, or at least cause them quite a considerable amount of pain. Okay, I'm just going to pop the torch on that for a second, and we'll go over the sheath. Okay, so the torch also comes with this rather impressive sheath. Okay, so it's got a belt retention clip, as you can see here. It separates at the bottom, slides through, job's a good one. But the beauty of this is it actually rotates 360 degrees. Okay, so you can actually angle the torch whilst it's in situ on your belt. So imagine you're on your belt loop there, you want to look at something in that direction. Quick rotation, the torch beam is now coming from there. So it's made from what appears to be like a durable, rigid nylon with spines to sort of strengthen the case, running throughout, around the flap here, and then down the sides and back here, and the same on the other side. Got the BRINYTE logo sort of embossed straight onto the lever there. Nice little feature, and it's open at both ends. For ease of operation whilst in the holster, giving you access to the tail switch and obviously the beam coming out whilst still in situ. Yeah, this has been my review of the BRINYTE PT28 Oathkeeper. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank BRINYTE for sending me this torch to review on the channel. So thanks very much, I really do appreciate it, and I hope you're impressed with what I've done. Other than that, thank you very much for watching, everybody. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Comment in the description box below, let me know what you think about the torch, the flashlight, the terminology, whichever you use. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.